Central and Kisiga West. We've had to reactivate the anti-poaching efforts in the area and the conservation work that we do.
We started with an helicopter. When you are using a helicopter, even the poachers will not be able to escape. So normally the helicopter come down, we capture all the poachers, we take them away up to the vehicle position, we put in the vehicle, we proceed to the police stations. Around Kisiga we have more than 20 villages. The situation is keep increasing, the number of villages, because of these nomadic pastoralists, the Skuma people. They normally came to the village leaders and they request for areas to buy for their settlement. The village leaders, they normally provide the area with no limit. What happened due to that? The nomadics cleared the area up to the boundary level. Even in the buffer zone, we have no longer have this buffer zone. After the boundary, we got the settlement of the people, and mostly are the pastoralists. That's the situation which, if we are not taking care, it can be a very big problem to the most of the game reserves, including Kisiga.
Controlled burning in these wilderness areas here in Tanzania is a very important part of managing these concessions here. Putting a fire in the bush is not something that you do haphazard. There's a lot of thought that goes into it, and there's a lot of planning needed before you put a match to the grass. And the beginning of the season is really when most of the burning takes place. The reason behind that being that that's when the soil still contains a lot of moisture in it after the rainy season. After the grass has been burnt, it promotes new growth that's very healthy and nutritious for the wildlife. Another reason being you need to be able to control your borders and make sure that fires from the outside don't come in and go into your area during a time when everything is dry, because when the soil is completely dry and there's no moisture left in it, you're not going to have anything grow there for the next of the year, and the animals are going to vacate the area completely and they're not going to come back until it rains. The wildlife authorities in Tanzania have previously had a very non-intrusive approach to their habitat management, where they've chosen not to get too involved, with how the ecosystem works and the natural order of things. We all feel the effects of climate change here in Tanzania, and certainly in some of these dry areas like Kisiga, and the government actually made the decision that we need to help the ecosystem a little bit, and started the project of putting in a few ponds and lakes in the area to sort of make water a bit more accessible for the wildlife in there, and to try to keep them in the area for longer. So what we do is that we seek out areas where these natural drainage lines move through the country, and then we dig a hole there. We bring in excavators and bulldozers and everything, and then during the rainy season the water fills up naturally from the rainwater and creates a big lake. The aim is for the water to remain there throughout the dry season, for it to become a reliable source of water for the animals. Another challenge in these areas is that when the natural water sources dry out, animals move away from the wilderness areas and they go closer to the local communities to look for water and look for food. But it is our hope now, with these lakes and the ponds that we've put in, wildlife will remain in the wilderness and not seek to go into the communities and destroy their farms and destroy their crops. Last year, during the beginning of this project, we created 3 ponds, and we saw that they worked really well. They filled up nicely with water during the rainy season. So this year we're going to put in another 7 in there, and hopefully all of them will work out and will hold a significant amount of water.